which all of the villains' lairs would be sideways to kind of show you that they were villains. And they would call it a Dutch angle. They use it a lot of times to make stuff look weird, so I'm at a Dutch angle right now. Now, Dutch angle, though, came from furniture that was made by the Dutch because it was never quite perfect, so it's kind of an insult. So if there are any Dutchians out there, or whatever, I'm joking around. I'm trying to be funny, it's not working. Hey, how's it going? Yes, that is a random fact and a FTW. Am I going to see Zack and Miri? Can I just say this? I have seen Zack and Miri, and I got to say, it's friggin' hysterical. In fact, I got to go to the junket and talk to Kevin Smith and Seth Rogen, Elizabeth Banks, and the cast is great. Obviously, I'm not going to get anything away, but it's hilarious. It's also one of those movies that I can't believe it got away with being an R rating. I mean, I'm shocked. So I wouldn't take my nephew, who's 16, to see that movie. It's pretty unbelievable. The funny thing was, I got to ask Kevin, I don't know if this will make it into the show, but I talked to him about, I think that this is the first movie that features, the very first mainstream movie to feature an on-screen FIP. Does anyone know what a FIP is? It's actually the name of one of my bands on Rock Band. I named Fake Internal Pop, or Fake Internal Pop Shot. The funny thing was, Seth Rogen knew what the FIP term meant, and Elizabeth Banks was kind of grossed out that he knew what a FIP was. I also mentioned it to Kevin. I'm not surprised that Kevin knew what FIP was. But I also got to ask Kevin if there was any confusion on the set when he was asking around for his DP. And you guys are, maybe you're too young to get these jokes, I don't know. But I always bring something interesting with me. And I have to say, we talked about Poultrygeist on the show. This thing is incredible. One of the cool things is there's an extra disc. I didn't talk about this on DVDuesday, but there's an extra disc that is just a documentary about not only the making of this movie, but also trauma fandom in general. And people came from as far away as Germany and Australia just to be in Poultrygeist. There's a huge group of extras that are in the movie. And so there's a documentary, and the documentary has its own deleted scenes and other extras. So it's like getting two movies in one, and I didn't really get a chance to talk about it so much. Trailer Park of Terror was terrible. It's a pass. You know what? I haven't seen it yet. But I did see a film, I believe we're going to talk about it on Friday, called Dance of the Dead, which is definitely, this is a spoiler for you guys, but it's going to get a recommend from me. Not sure if it's a rent or a buy yet, but Dance of the Dead was fantastic. Also, I mean, I don't know how much you guys visit my website, filmthreat.com, but every week I get mail, and this is just an example. I'm going to show you my mail. This is the bin of mail I get every week. All right, it's this giant bin filled with DVDs. It's chock full, and I always look for interesting stuff through this, to talk about on DVDuesday as like a quick pick. And I had a documentary here I was going to talk about. Oh yeah, it's a documentary about Samuel Z. Arkoff. And Samuel Z. Arkoff is a guy who made all these great movies from the 50s, like The Amazing Colossal Man and It Conquered the World, Invasion of the Saucermen. I mean, he was just a pioneer when it came to 1950s horror. This is a documentary about him that is fantastic. And then you know what? I have my whole bin filled with stuff, which I'm going to go through while I'm talking to you guys and answering your questions. So if there's any questions you guys have, I'm going to be going through my mail and watch frogs. I have heard of frogs, but you know what? Has anyone ever heard of a film called Night of the Lepus? It also, Night of the Lepus stars DeForest Kelley. I get Al Gore's mail every week. I get mail, I'm serious. I'll get like a FedEx from the auto union. They want to invite, and I don't open it because legally I can't open it. However, if it just comes, to my box with no personal name on it, I open it. I'm opening Al Gore's mail. So, yeah, but Night of the Lepus is a movie that stars DeForest Kelley. It was made in the 70s. Of course, DeForest Kelley from Star Trek, the original McCoy. That's funny, the original McCoy. That's going to be a phrase that we're going to be using soon. Yeah, Night of the Lepus. And of course, Lepus is a term used to refer to rabbits. It's rabbits, it's bunnies. It's Night of the Giant Killer Bunnies. It is so dumb, it's hysterical. So yeah, and MST3K, actually, funny someone brings that up. They came out with a box set this week. I think it's like $50, and it's like I believe it's like almost every episode, including 4 unaired episodes. Oh wait, it went to sleep. Do you just go like this? Okay, yeah. 4 unaired episodes of MST3K. So that is out this week. It's $50. I didn't get it because I only can consume a certain amount of DVDs can go into my head. This is the thing where I lift up and I put the DVD right here. I've not played Dead Space. I'm pretty much stuck on Rock Band, and which bugs me because I keep coming up with names for bands that they reject. You know, I got away with, my band is Chris Gore's Love Spray. Then I started another band called Fake Internal Pop, which I got away with. Then I did a band called Taint Frosting. They would not let me have Taint Frosting. And then my other band is Cupcake Fetish. So the new Videodrome, that's great, that's funny. Someone mentioned Videodrome in my head. I like that. I have not seen Max Payne. I did see Religulous, which I know Bill Maher was on the show. I thought Religulous was amazing, probably one of the best docs of the year. So, but I will say this. This Friday we're going to be doing a special DVDuesday of Halloween movies that are not ones that you would normally think to get. So when you tune in on Friday, check it out. I also happen to know that I'll have to look up the time, but I did some episodes of a TV show for G4 that plays really late at night on occasion, called Grindcore. And there's a new episode of Grindcore that airs Friday with all the Halloween programming, in which we talk about the Toxic Avenger. And Blair Butler's on it, so it's like me, Blair Butler, and Lloyd Kaufman, and it's great. As far as directing my own movies, yes, I directed a film years ago, a short called Red, which played a bunch of film festivals. I produced this film, of course, I've talked about my big fat independent movie, and I'm working on some projects right now, but I have to take time off of G4 to go do it. But you might not even notice because I would pre-tape my segment, so I'll just let you know if I look really, really tired. I've been making a new movie. I didn't see Saw 5. It's one of these things, I see so much stuff on DVD, and I have so many DVDs in my to-watch stack that going to the movie, plus I have such a great kick-ass setup in my place. I got like 5.1 surround, big LCD TV, that I'm like, do I really want to go to the movies where I can't drink beer in the theater? Or at least I have to sneak it in? Although there is a great theater, if any of you guys ever come to Los Angeles, the movie theater to go to is called the ArcLight. It's awesome. Oh, James Gunn being on a reality show. No, I think that's funny. I mean, first of all, James is hysterical. He and I met at the St. Louis International Film Festival like 6-7 years ago. We were on a panel together, and we met and just totally hit it off because we both like are into the same bizarre stuff. And James is great. He's just one of those real guys. I think him being on a reality show is fun. But James Gunn just did this project online, which may have been talked about on aots. It's basically PG-13 versions of porn films. And I'm trying to think of what, if you look up just James Gunn and porn on Google, it'll come up. But it's not porn. It's just stories like a dude delivering a pizza, or it's a dude coming and the wife is all home alone. But it's just horrible acting, and then something bad happens. There's no nudity or sex, but he actually directs porn stars in it. But he directs them in like, they sort of, you have to see it. But that is one of James Gunn's latest projects, and it's hilarious. I didn't see The Happening, but I haven't spoken to one person that I know that liked that movie. So yeah, not much going on there. I just opened, and in my box is a film called Paradise Lost, which is a documentary about kids involved in a murder, and it's one of the most compelling docs. I've seen this at film festivals. It's out in a box set now because there were 2 films. So this is something to definitely look for, and would be a quick pick at some point. We don't get to talk about documentaries as much on the show. It's always about what the big release is. Then I try to sneak something in, and now I'm sneaking something into you guys.